Okay, we should be live. Let's check this out. Make sure. Bingo. Okay. So, where do I want to start? First, let's start with the portfolio. $300. Pretty sure this is about the same as where it was when I last streamed, which is like 2 days ago. So, I mean, it might be a little bit higher, but it's about the same. However, I have more positions. I entered a Pepe long recently. Looks like Pepe, because Pengu decided to do some crazy stuff. I'm going to relate that to other animal kind of coins. Coins that have similar popularity, market cap, structure, and popular in this ecosystem. And the trends are pointing up. So let's look here. I think Pepe is gonna easily 2x. It's gonna go back up to new highs. What's I don't remember the market cap. Where's it at? Is it not here? I need to find the indicator. Can I put that here? It wouldn't be under indicator. It'd be like in here or something. Might click. Oh well, we can just. All right. That is a lot bigger market cap than I thought it was. Well, I still can see 2x. The popularity's there. It's already done it. Maybe it's 20 billion? Possibly. 20 billion market cap? Anyways, I think Pepe's got potential. So I put a little bit in. Popcat now. This is what I really think is going to do good. think it's like 500 million right now, market cap. Yeah, like 500 million. So, Popcat, I see it having probably like maybe a $5 billion market cap. By then it's like, well, at least something like that. 5 billion more, probably more like 10. Yeah, 20x. What are we gonna get, a $5, $10 Popcat? There's no way. There's no way that's gonna happen. There's no way. I'm gonna be reasonable here. I think we're going back up to highs. Some people would even say it's unreasonable, but I do think we're going back up to highs on Popcat. So if we look here, an easy 4x plus. So you enter now, you got a chance of getting a 4x then within a few months. I'm gonna just draw a line because I see potential. I'm just clicking everywhere at this point. So yeah, I think Popcat's gonna, along this area, it'll hit up to here. In this triangle region, I have a feeling. So, a couple more weeks. I mean, this is what I'm feeling. This is what I'm seeing from what. This is what I'm feeling from what I'm seeing, from the patterns and what's happening in the market. How Pengu's running, which is also another thing that is. I think they came out similar times. People say don't use your emotions to trade. Yeah, you shouldn't use your emotions to trade, but you should use your emotions to make choices, because you can't make choices without emotion. Because everything in this world that has a logical conclusion is never 100% accurate. It's always based on some sort of fallacy. Every science, everything is based on a fallacy for an interpretation. So, motion is what most people. I mean, it's literally the driving force for decision making. Without emotion, you wouldn't be able to make choices. You wouldn't be able to make trade offs necessarily, because you can't logically classify something as like, this is a better choice or this is a better choice. You can't logically do that in just with the complexities of this world when it comes to a lot of different things. So your emotions are primary resource for decision making. And then people say, you can't trade with emotion. Yes, you kind of have to. You can't. Every choice you have ever made in the market has had to have revolved around some sort of emotion. You suppressing emotion, at least you could be more uh, flowing with your emotion, so you can understand what's happening better. Um, if you understand your emotions and how other people are feeling, then you might understand what's to come. So if you're starting to feel overwhelmed or like market's gonna crash, probably not gonna if everyone's saying it. Or like, I don't know. You gotta go against the crowd and you go against your emotions at times, and you gotta go with them at times. And you follow the trends that work, and you build them over time. And eventually, your emotions actually help you when it comes to trading, rather than you suppressing them and harming yourself in the long term as becoming a good trader. But Pengu has launched into, look, I was buying it down here at like 7 cents or something, or seventh of a cent, whatever. And then I just bumps all the way up. I sold. So I think Popcat's gonna do something like that. I think Popcat is gonna be the big one next. Has to be. That is insane volume. Alright. So Solana, we look over here in the SOL ETH chart. This is basically showing the comparison of Solana's price to ETH's price. And if you can look here, it's a smaller number. It's a decimal. So that means we're comparing Solana over Ethereum. Okay, so the higher this number goes, higher this is, the more valuable Solana is in comparison to ETH. Okay? So, if we invest in Solana when it's, okay, so let's say we invested in Solana right here over ETH. Right here, Solana would have been a better investment here over ETH. Okay? So, if we look right here, it's looking like Solana is undervalued compared to ETH based on the SOL ETH chart. And Solana's been having a lot of good news lately. It's got the ETF. It's got all sorts of there's like so many different improvements coming on. The ecosystem's getting better. The amount of people that are starting to adopt it is getting higher. It's just going to become more and more valuable in the current cycle. Maybe the next cycle it goes down. Solana is one of the top, and I'd way rather buy Solana, especially right now, compared to Ethereum. Ethereum might make some more gains, but the potential with Solana compared to Ethereum is way higher. Alright. Now we look at total market cap of crypto. Okay. It's very similar to Bitcoin. Exactly, it's like the same fucking, the same chart. the same chart. Like, there's just a little bit of difference. It's just basically the same chart. Okay. But I think this can reach we're most likely hitting 4.5 trillion. My bull case, so my lowest case is about 4.5 trillion. My higher case is probably about 6 to 7. So about 2x from here, which Bitcoin, if that does happen, I mean, not like a 2x necessarily from here, but like, it'd be probably like 6.5, maybe 7. So if we think about that, I'm thinking maybe up to 220 max, 220,000 max in a very, very bull case. Actually, it could theoretically, with like the artificial buying and everything by like Michael Saylor and everything else, this could pump a lot more. A lot more, like, I mean, we could see 1 million this cycle with artificial pumping and buying by like Michael Saylor and the big institutions and all the big whales have been buying it up while retail hasn't been. So there's chances we don't get a bear also when the 4-year cycle is broken. And metrics could start getting broken. Like, it could also dump farther than when Trump became president and break that metric. Yeah. So there's like so many things that can happen and might happen, but if we look at the trend compared to the last cycle, it looks very similar, except we have these little spikes coming in, and that could be a result of tariffs and a result of just Trump being president with all the political stuff going on and the attention to crypto at certain times. So basically, if we look here, we go 4 years back on the 4-year cycle from 2023, 2019. We were at about 3,005, $3,000, $4,000 Bitcoin. We go over here to 2021. At the top, 58,000. We go over here from 2019, 4 years back, $250 Bitcoin. And then we go from 2021, 4 years back. What am I doing? 2017. It's like a little off, but 1,000. So this was like a different period in essence. So I'd say from the last 4-year cycle, like this cycle would be more resilient, like more of a comparison to what's happening now than what was happening here. This would be more accurate representation of what's happening here, and so on and so forth. I mean, the closer the trend is to what's happening, your timeline, the more likely it is to repeat that trend. So yeah. But if we just compare like 250 to the top, that was like an insane amount of. I'm not even think about that. We we go to the lows here to here, about a 20x almost. We go from the lows here. We're only at about 7x, 6x, something like that. So, yeah. About 6.5x, I think. basically, if it's a halving, we should be up to 160,000. 160,000. If we get up to 160,000, this would be what? Like four and a half. Something like 4.5 to 5. So it goes to 5 trillion, 4.5, something around there. This would be about 160,000. All the other market caps will fly. All the smaller coins will fly. And it will be a bigger alt season than we've ever had. That's the anticipation. But yeah, we're down again. Look at this. You gotta love the consolidation ranges. I could be scalping it some more right now, but it's either gonna dump a little bit right now for like a little bit, a couple weeks maybe, and then get better entries, or it just keeps dumping and it's just the end. And everyone, it's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna be that. And if it is that, oh, well, we get burned sometimes. I don't think it's that right now. It doesn't make sense for that to be right now. And whatever people say about it being over, the bear, this, that, I try to ignore it. I would ignore it if I was somebody else also. I wouldn't want anybody else influencing my decisions when it comes to trading. So, yeah. Make your own choices and decide on what you're going to buy in this market. If you're going to buy in at all. And I suggest, if you want to make good money, you should get in. But anyways, this is going to potentially dump down. Bobcat might dump back down to 42 cents. 42 cents. 43 cents. Something like that. That would be a good buying entry, honestly. But if I sold now and I bought back in, I could make a little more. I'm willing to hold, though, because it's holding up such a nice trend line. And it's going up more and more, like this oscillator here. That's actually pretty good looking. Momentum's, acceleration's picking up. The acceleration oscillator. Like on the lower time frames, this two oh, it's going down now. That means its acceleration's going down now. But basically, if we get two candles above the 0 line, I'd say probably the higher time frames are going to be more accurate, more trustful. You get two decent sized ones, I'd say, decent ones. Two of these green oscillated candles above the 0 line in a row. That's a buy signal. And then if you look here, it kept bumping a little bit. So you go right here. The start, it pumped up. The oscillators held and it pumped up more. And it kept pumping up and up, down. So mainly the 0 line for this indicator is the main thing. Obviously, you're going to want to pay attention to most oscillators. Well, any oscillator. It's all based on the 0 line and the oscillation of what happens, depending on the indicator. Same with like engineering. Everything revolves around cosine, sine. Everything revolves around oscillating. Not everything, but most stuff. But yeah, anyways, y'all. Just wanted to upload an update, basically. Talk a little bit about what's happening in my portfolio, crypto, some memes. Them down still on Ava. It's gonna go back up though, because it's going to. It's going to. No guarantees, but whatever. It's going to. Gotta run on that hope. I literally don't even care though. I put this money in to lose it. Because the way I look at this one, if we do get a big, even like big major more pump in alts, this thing has got some mean potential. I've been buying and scalping like crazy. But we can go all the way up. Imagine this goes up to new highs. I mean, I was buying it down here at what? 0.2 cents? 3 cents? There's a 10xer. I don't know. This chart is looking mean right now. Like an upside down M. Just kind of like Pengu. Other than Pengu has a slightly different chart. It's a very small market cap, so this could run way more too. But it also can dump, so pick the latter. And Solana. They all these coins and stuff are looking very similar. Other than Pengu, which has already ran. Which is crazy. Like come off like fireworks one after another. Pengu pumps. Next day, this one pumps. Next day, this one. Try to diversify somewhat in the coins, and then when they do pump, you can sell, enter other ones. Kind of trade your positions in a way. Works best for you. I try to maximize profits, and when I sense a like big dip coming, I'll try to sell when it's like high up in profit. Or if I'm negative, I won't even sell. I'll just add so I don't get liquidated if I'm knowing that it's probably gonna go back up. Just based on the charts, based on the cycle, based on retail not being entered yet. So I decided to enter 2 Sol here, which is higher than my position's value by like 2. And then I got all these other things on here. I don't know how much I only have $52 in margin. I still could use more. But I have a little bit of leeway in the sense like we'd have to get a very mean bear for me to get liquidated, and I can add money from my checks for my jobs if I really needed to. So I manage my positions in a way that allows me to take more risk, but also trade it in a way that I don't want to hold on to these coins forever. I'm not buying spot necessarily all the time. I like to buy leverage a lot of the time because I don't feel obligated to hold it. And therefore, when it does pump, I can sell it. And if it dumps, I can make a better decision over like freaking out and holding it through more of a dumpage. This trend line right here, Solana. The 8-hour time. And we got that. But what are you gonna bet right now at this very moment on Solana? Are you gonna bet this downtrend right here? Or are you gonna bet this uptrend right here? Which one? Which one are you gonna choose? I know I'm not zoomed out a lot, but which one would like? I would 100% choose. Like, what are you? What are you thinking? We're in the middle here, kind of. So, yeah, we're like directly in the middle. $100, $300, $200. What are you gonna pick? It's a 50-50 gamble. Oh shit. Why is this moving so much with like little prices? It's crazy. Look at the 1 minute. I don't pay much attention to what's happening on the 1 minute. Wait for reload. Come on now. Bounce territory or dump territory. This is taking. I gotta reload this. Honestly, Solana's probably gonna range or pump. I don't see it dumping. I don't see Solana dumping at this very moment. There's no way. It's just gonna dump. It's gonna dump to like 150 in like a day. So if we look at this one, we got this type of trend. Bounces down. We can hit 185 maybe. We do just have to get a little bit of a dumpage. Oh wait, that's a little off. 190. 190. That sounds more reasonable too. 190. Maybe we range. He goes to like 190. Bounces up to like 210. Starts ranging between 190, 210. Or we just blow off top right now, which is more than likely the actual thing that's going to happen soon. Alright. So we started the stream at 300. We're at 288. Haven't taken any trades, just sitting in positions. And, yeah. It's basically the same stream over and over again at this point. Haven't really gained much lately. Haven't been taking any, like, new trades, though, until today. So... yeah, I think Popcat's got the greatest potential right now, in my opinion. It's like more of a safer, larger market cap coin. Ava AI is is like the smallest market cap coin that I would invest in for me. It's what I would. It's already. I mean, I've made like $50 already off of this, and here's 23. Very small amount of money, anyways. It's not like I'm risking 10 grand here. I don't have that amount of capital to invest, anyways. But I will. And right here is just practice, basically. Trading, making good interest. Actually tripled my account so far. And eventually we'll get better and better and better. Grow and grow and grow. And we will make more and more. And grow and more. And grow and learn. And that's what life should be about. It's growing and learning and doing stuff and not, I don't know, sitting around being comfortable all the time, not taking risks and wasting your life. But anyways, it is 2:43 a.m. right now where I'm at. I just got off of work. I've worked like 12 hours today. It ain't that much. I work 14 hours some days. Some days I have to work 16 hours. So it really isn't that bad. I actually got out early today. Anyways, I should get off and I will see y'all next time if you decide to watch.